Let me see. I searched around for a few quotes today for thought for the day. Here's the one I finally homed in on. With every adversity is planted the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. And that was a self-help guru from the 20th century, first part of the 20th century into the second, Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill. There you are. And this, my good friends, is Reverend Dr. John Waterhouse, who says, trust your divine essence. First quote is from Plotinus, from the Enneads. The soul is not something that comes to be, but something that already is. And by turning inward, it shapes our own life. The kingdom of God is within you, if you prefer. Sourceful knowledge is within you. And Ernest Holmes, in What We Believe, says, we believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny. So he's saying we have a part to play in our own destiny. We're not just at the whims of fortune. And Ernest Holmes clearly believed in the individuality and creative potential within us all. These three aspects of our being, soul, spirit, and destiny, identify a variety of our spiritual characteristics. Soul is synonymous with our inner being, where we receive our experiences and from which we learn and grow a greater sense of self with a capital S. Spirit is divine nature, the God of our being and the oneness of us all. And destiny is not imposed upon us, but unfolds as our soul awakens to its spiritual essence. So things, in other words, they're not predetermined. From these three aspects of our being, we each possess a unique inner life. We express as divine presence in everything that we think and that we say and that we do. And we have the capacity to create our own direction and our own outcomes according to our own consciousness. Ernest Holmes is calling on each of us to trust the divine essence of our being, to live confidently without fear of failure, and to walk our path with clarity and with purpose. The more we awaken to the magnificence of our divine being, the more expansive our self-awareness becomes. This is our destiny. So, pretty self-explanatory, right? Well, I think so. Look within yourself. Look inside yourself for the answers, because the essence of your being is where you're going to find all the answers. Just like we heard from Joanna of Norwich yesterday, which was, as I said, to me, she was my favorite mystic. For whatever wild and wonderful reason, I read the lives of a whole bunch of them, saw some of their things that they promoted, and of them all, yes, she's probably my favorite. And the affirmation that we're given today is, I trust the wisdom of my soul and I honor the spirit of my being. My destiny unfolds in perfect harmony. So bottom line is, we have control over our own destiny. We can impact to sometimes a greater, potentially occasionally a lesser extent, but we can impact what happens to us. We have a definite impact on that. And as I said yesterday, it's complicated. It really is. You look inside yourself and you get the answers, and that's where the truth comes in, because if you try and wing it yourself, then you don't know what all the interconnections are in the human subjective, the universal subjective, and so on, the planetary subjective. You don't know. But when you're seeking inside yourself for guidance, that's when you can know that what you are moving towards is definitely something that is good for you and is going to happen. So when we're honest and we're open and we allow spirit to come to us and flow through us, that's when we find out what our true destiny is. in this moment, and the destiny changes continuously. Because why? Because we're living, thinking beings. So those are my offerings today. I'm knowing for each and every person that the soul is guiding us in all things, and the soul is in charge of the ego. And in gratitude, I say, and so it is. Namaste.